welcome to Shaping Memories and welcome to Cooking with Paige. I am going to be cooking a healthy, well, semi-healthy appetizer today for our Christmas happy hour later on. Cynthia has been talking to me all year about, Paige, you use too much bacon, and she's correct. She's correct. So I'm going to try to start the next new year with making a little bit healthier snacks and appetizers. I found this and then I'm going to go to the happy hour today and kind of show her, like, look, I do know how to cook healthy when she sends me the recipes. So this recipe called for is like healthy apple slices, and you make them in the air fryer, which I have right next to me. How everybody knows I love the air fryer. So I chose to use, it said to cut the apples. You quarter the apple, or you cut it in half, then you quarter it. So I'm going to cut the apples each side into fours. Let's see. Ooh, this apple is very hard. I chose a red apple. I thought that would be a good apple to do this with. It never really said in the recipe which type of apple, so I chose red apple. You probably could use green or like Honeycrisp. This is just a red delicious apples. So I'm actually going to make them a little smaller than they suggest because I just really want to make sure my apple cooks all the way through. So this also is an easy peasy recipe. It only has a very few ingredients. Let's see. So on each side, they said to just cut it in half and then cut the half in half, making four. Well, I decided to do a third because I just really want to make sure my apples cook. Let's see, I'm going to cut this one up and we'll do the recipe real quick. So the recipe includes cutting the apples. I am preheating the air fryer, and you are to preheat it to, let's see, oh, it's still preheating in air fryer. But I want my temperature to be, let's see, temperature is always at 400. They said to bring it down to 380. So, and as you all know, if you have an air fryer, it sets it for like 20 minutes. Well, my food's not ready yet, so it's still just kind of heating up in there. I'm going to put all those in there. And so it's going to be at 380. Once I get them all in there, 380 for about 10 to 12 minutes. Then, once they're all cooked, I have no idea, never made it, so we'll see how they look once they're all cooked. But then you're going to put a little dollop of whipped cream on there and maybe shake on a little cinnamon or some nuts or something. Garnish them a little bit and they'll be good. So it says to take some melted butter, pour it on the apples. We're going to mix all this together. You're pouring a little bit of melted butter on the apples, probably helps them cook. Pour a little bit of maple syrup, it said. We're going to toss it all after I get it all in there. So I'm just going to, never really gave any measurements, so I'm just going to, in the recipe, put in some cinnamon, dump in some cinnamon, it said, and some nutmeg. And then it says toss all that up. Oh, I didn't take the top off my nutmeg. I must have bought a new nutmeg. Toss all that around, and then we're just going to put them right in that air fryer, as I said, for 10 to 12 minutes. So a little bit of nutmeg. Nutmeg is a little bit stronger if you know about cinnamon and nutmeg. So look, this is how it's looking. The syrup is definitely helping to keep all of that goodness on the apples. So when you have the syrup being so sticky, it's keeping all of that on the apples. I want to make sure all the apples get covered in all of that. Then I'm going to open up this air fryer, place them in there, and let them cook. And we will see, let's see, so let's open up the air fryer. So I just place them in there. So I'll place my coated apples. Make sure they're good and coated. Place them in there. It just looks, it smells wonderful. It looks wonderful. I think they're going to be like a little apple pie in your hand. Let's see, I'll place those in there, kind of separate them out so they can all cook. Let's see, get them all in there. It is hot, so I don't want to put my hand in there too much. And we will cook them up. Let's see. I'm going to bring it back down to 10 minutes. I'll check. Oh, no, you know what? I'm going to put it to 12 because it usually says check the food halfway through. So I will check it back in about 12 minutes and we'll see how they look. And I will let you know at happy hour if I had to cook them a little longer, a little shorter, and see how they taste. So I hope you join us for the Christmas happy hour, and I will see you later.